Hey guys, Mike, Iron Trap Garage, and we're doing an unloading video today. So, we got back really late last night from Long Island. We got back at like midnight. So we were here first thing this morning. I have the trailer and my bed of my truck's filled with stuff. But we're waiting on our friend Nick to show up with his rollback so we can unload the cars and the crates off the top, and then we're going to try and go through the majority of it all today, kind of repack it all. There's stuff spread all over for all three cars, so we're going to try our best today to get all the parts that are needed with the three cars and then put them in the barn here for the time being. All three have flatheads that turn over, so we need to get all three running. We'll do that in a future video. So our main objective today is get the cars off the transport, get all the parts out, lay everything out that we need for all three cars, and then the rest can get put away for the time being. So there's a bunch of work to do, but I got to get Nick unloaded first thing this morning. He's got some other running around to do for dropping of cars and stuff. So get him unloaded first thing this morning and start sorting parts.
We gotta get fuel up, that's the problem.
Oh, hold on. Oh, no, you're good. Water pumps are noisy. It's got a high torque starter.
It's starting to come up.
Is fuel coming up?
It's starting to come up in the
bowl?
In the glass.
Yeah, that's perfect. You're spraying way more than I'm starting. Yeah, I'm afraid you might be. I told Steve to come over with the jump pack, so it'll run.
Yeah.
And it was starting to pull some fuel. Yeah.
Hot diggity dog. It made noise.
Oh yeah, this is filled up now. Yeah, we're getting closer. We just gotta fill the carb up.
I just pushed it on.
People. That's right.
Back it up.
Well, that's what I was hoping. Let's keep it running. And that fuel even mess with the carb on. Oh, you did file the points? Oh, okay. So, go ahead. See what I need to run one of them.
Yep. Try pulling it out.
No,
Pushing it in.
fuel.
No kidding.
Steve, hold the spray so you get. You can do the throttle on the spray. Carburetor, everything else. I'm sure the plugs, everything's not happy. It's awfully smooth. I'd say that's good for now. And then I think what we do is
Going to the nether one?
I'd probably do the other one.
Yep.
That we know that they'll start, so when we're ready to mess with them, they're like, I mean, even, yeah, that was pretty good. That's what the guy told us, that his dad had all these running, he would drive them in and out of it when he would work on them. So this one just probably never pulled fuel, or did it eventually? No. The tank
It's
must
hard
be
to
in it.
say, yeah. It might be out of gas.
That's.
You good aiming it? Try. Alright, start cutting it back. Alright, we'll come forward again. Very close to the other. Like the other way.
That steering is so
Alright, steep cut. Ready?
The switch can stop though, right?
Yeah.
Turn the wheel like 10 times before it gets all the way.
Stop rotation. Just like. Good on that side? Nope. Alright, cut it the other way. Yeah, come forward a little bit. Get over here. So Baldy, you know, they can go in the, you know, put them in front of the radiator.
Hold the tank or pour the tank? We got a little bit in there yet. Yeah, see if it'll start. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Might just go right in that bay there.
That's where the float was.
Hey, can we get some help? It's quite a bit heavier. Quite a bit nicer.
Going right in.
Keep an eye on it. What's going on?
I gotta move the battery.
Hold on.
All right, so we got everything unloaded. We have some wire racks in the rail car building that we'll go through eventually. It's mostly our basic inventory. We have a bunch of already. Cars are empty, got them all running. They will be for sale. We got to bolt all the body panels on. I am going to take Big Red here. It's filled with stuff that we're going to sell right away and some keeper parts. Take that over to the shop. We're going to go through and show you some of the better stuff that we got. Some of the stuff Matt's going to be keeping, and we'll go from there. So let's take this over to the shop, get it unloaded, and show you guys some of the highlights. All right, so we got all of this to unload. Yesterday we brought a pickup truck load back. Just put it here. We're gonna go through this and show some of the highlights. Matt took a few goodies upstairs to the museum for his own stash. We'll show you, but pull all this out and show all the goodies as we go. A lot of books, a little bit of everything in here, to be honest. Lots of shop supplies too. Yeah. Perfect. That is the best stencil I think we've ever found.
I've already
will ever find.
Dude, you have to play Where's Waldo because I already did it like 3 times on the
Really? In the shop?
around places.
I gotta watch. Someone leaves their pickup truck here long enough, it's gonna have bullshit on it, Evan.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Alright, we know there's wood grain stuff in here, but we don't know what all. I see some garnish molding. What's the year on this newspaper? 86. This is wood grain and wrapped up. That's 39 deluxe, right, with these lines, Matt?
I think it's standard.
I think it's 39 deluxe.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you take that, Evan? Set it down on top of that Orozco head box. Ooh, there is a full set of garnish molding in here, I think.
Perfect.
I don't know if the back window's here, but this is a quarter window. Quarter window. Photograph this right away. Here, I'll give you a piece of newspaper. Holy shit. This is, yeah, closed car windshield. One piece. Nope, it is a full set. Here's the rear window. Man, it's wild. It's set. Was this in the house, or is this in the garage? This is in the garage.
That was upstairs.
I'm amazed the newspaper didn't like melt to the
Yeah.
trim. That's rear window.
We're not really doing that. So if he doesn't have one on this, he can
Yeah.
This is the other door.
This is for me. That's good for the wedding stuff.
This is the
This is,
windshield.
do we need this here, or should we keep this section? We'll keep it. That's a good one for the any engine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the other quarter window.
That's probably.
Old leather comfort, yeah. Yeah. Right. When all else fails, hit it with it.
He was getting parts for these cars back in '86.
Well, the one son said he remembers the last time that coupe he worked on was like when he was a little kid or something.
How's it look?
Come on, that's yours. Beautiful.
39 deluxe.
My goodness.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
That's as nice as the one that's in the convertible.
Your hand put in it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's survived all those years up there.
Well, it's way back in the corner against the wall. I mean, it was next to where all that speed equipment was.
So everyone wants to know how big your keep pile is. I was just looking at the video comments, and everyone was curious to see how big the keep pile is.
Not as big as you would think, actually. I've been getting
For
a lot.
scale of what we got, it's not that big.
Yeah, I've been getting better, and even literally right before we just started filming this, I was having those moments where we're like, do we need it? I want it. So a lot of the stuff, it's like I would love to keep like a lot of, because anytime there's an estate, I should say, when there's like a lot of quality, and there was a bunch of good quality stuff in here, good driver quality stuff, but there was also a lot of stuff that's like new old stock or perfect reproduction or re-chromed or re-wood grained, any of that stuff, and it's very tempting to save it for the what if I get a car moment. And that's the whole slippery slope for all this. For anybody that watches these videos that has not built like a bunch of antique cars or whatever, whenever you're building, if you're into this stuff, it's like there's certain things where you might get a car down the line and you sold the part. And that's like the worst thing. It's happened to me a bunch of times. We're like, so we were, for instance, talking about this windshield frame over here. It's a 37-9, technically 37.8 windshield, but 37-9, either re-chromed or perfect reproduction with glass in it, ready to go windshield frame. They're usually rotten. I'm like, well, what if we get a car and the car's nice, but the windshield frame, the chrome's, crappy. There it is. And as they're talking through it, I'm like, well, what car right now, 39 closed car, 37-9, am I going to want to keep? that I would actually care that much. I'm like, nothing I can even remote. So if I can't even remotely think of the car that would get, I probably should get rid of
It
it.
also didn't help it as tinted glass, which is Matt's like #1 turnoff.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not for a car that's, you know,
That you're building, you'd use clear
nostalgic.
glass.
I wouldn't really want that. But like, just one of those things. I couldn't think of a car that I would want to build for myself that I would need that for. So we're just going to move it on. Now, some of the stuff like 32 to 34, I'm very interested in those cars. So I'm getting a lot of them over the time. So I may want to keep an extra windshield frame or whatever. So that's my spiel about that. So the pile is not very big. It's spread out already because with how we did all this with timing and our energy and help, some of the stuff got moved, and you probably showed some of it at the mill. And then some of it's upstairs. So some of it we're just going to drop some photos in so we're not walking you all over.
There's stuff up on the mezzanine already. There's stuff upstairs.
So we'll cover some of my keep piles since you went on that. So we got 2 sets of Eddie Myers. Don Orozco reproduced these heads, I think in the 80s or 90s, I believe. We could probably figure out the date if we looked at some of this, but there is a set of Eddie Myers that are like the dual plug style, where they could be, the spark plug opening is more like oval, so you could either run single plug or dual plug. And then there's these that were just a round hole or single plug. I didn't really even realize that he reproduced both styles, so we have a set of each, which is really cool. I have a set. We found 3 sets of Hershey years ago, and I kept 1 set of, I think they're the oval hole ones for myself. I'm going to keep all 3 sets. Just going to be a hog. So that's just how it is. Some of this stuff, I think what we're going to do, in all seriousness, as we get the mill going, we're going to have some of this stuff where we will put it on display. It will be for sale, but it's going to be a full-blown retail price. Because I don't really want to get rid of them, because if you're building a nice car, so for instance the Ruin Roadster was a good example. I put a set of heads I really wouldn't have liked to put on that car that were really good, and I didn't have another set. If I would have had something like this that had duplicates, it would have been the quality of what the car was, but I wasn't giving up a set of heads that were super rare that I've never had another set of. So that's where I'm trying to keep some of this. But we'll put them on the wall at the mill, and if a customer comes in that really needs them and wants to pay the full-blown retail price, that's it. That'll be the like no dickering. Some of these items we'll work on. That's the like Matt really likes it. So they're gonna get saved. The other set of heads are gonna get saved. We got a reproduction. I think I misspoke in the video on when we were there. It's not I don't believe it's a water heated manifold, but it's an A. Myers high rise. That was again a Roscoe reproduction in the box with these, so you must have bought the kit at the time. Holding on to that, I have a real one.
You have one of each style. So
now I have 2 of each style now.
Yes.
1 repop, but again, that stuff, the good stuff. It's sorry, I like the kit. So that's just how it is. So that there was a set of Wyand. I think they're 400. They're for 400 lift cam. Heads that are Wyand cheater heads, NOS. For now, I'm going to keep those. I may look at my set, and if my set is for a smaller lift cam, I may sell those.
I believe your set is NOS for when we found them.
My other set is NOS as well. I've been trading up. So I used to have a crappy used set. I had a better used set. Then I got an NOS set. Now I have another NOS set, and I may hold on to them. I'm not sure yet.
Both. You got multiple Wyand intakes, so.
Yeah, we'll see. So those are cool. Again, they're good stuff that I think I could use often. Even when we're putting together cars that we're going to sell eventually, like going back to Ruin Roadster is a good example. If we get a car that we're going to put together that may eventually get sold, putting the right parts on that car makes so much of a difference. A 32 Roadster, it's a unique car. Putting a set of offie heads on it's okay, but what makes those cars that much better is having all the right stuff. So that's why we're holding on to it. What else did we keep upstairs?
We could show the other set there.
Oh yeah, so we got
brand new Ford heads.
We got 2 sets of these brand new Ford Canadian heads in the box. I'm not going to pull them out, but they say made in Canada on them, much like the cheater heads. I kept a pair of these for myself. Again, for the right car, it's pretty good. I don't know if I have an NOS pair of 21 studs, and I don't have a pair of these, so I just hold on to them. I think the box is like some of the coolest advertising. You guys know our Ford Robot Man that we did was like a knockoff of inspired by an old Ford advertisement. So this is like a neat one that maybe we might make stickers or something, you know, off of that. That's pretty cool.
There's full set of stainless up there.
Yes, there's a bunch of, what was really cool is he was into the 38 and 39s. He had a bunch of 38 stainless there. The 38 convertible, one of the big reasons I did this estate, aside from the business reason, was because there was parts in it that I knew I needed for myself. So there was a bunch of stainless. I had a hunch, and we were right. A bunch of stainless for a 38. So I found coupe quarter trim, rear quarter trim, which is like impossible to find, and I found the door trim. So now I can put the belt line stainless back on my 38 convertible, which I've been wanting to do. I found a better center hood ornament trim piece. Most importantly, we found a really nice hood.
And we'll show that. It's sitting right over there.
So we'll show that. I'm keeping that. Another really great thing is, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet, we found a redone, correctly set of running boards for the 38. So they're actually encapsulated. They're not covers. You actually see where they took an original set of metal boards, stripped them, and re-encapsulated them. All the little holes in the running board are filled, which is probably very expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep them until I decide what I'm doing in the car. I'm deciding if I'm going to do like upholstered running boards or original style. So for now, I'll hold on to them.
I think that's all that's up there.
That's probably all that's
The
up there.
other keeper stuff was shop supplies.
Ton of shop supplies. We're actually going back to buy all the tools and whatever's left in the garage. There's more shop supplies, but mainly for the tools we bought.
So we'll start here.
Yeah, I can't remember what else I got. I'm sure there's little things.
I don't think there's...
Harman Collins. We found
Oh, that's right.
3 Harman
Yes.
Collins. I traded out. I traded one of the Harman Collins for one of mine that was better than one of my 2 or 3 I
Yeah.
have. But we got 3, so we're going to be selling 3, right?
Yep.
So we have those. I just did some trading up. Speed equipment wise, that I'm not keeping. We have an Offenhauser 2.2 here that's set up for APA. We have a 59 ABA Edelbrock Super. These are great intakes. We sell these all the time. Great if you just want to put a hop and fly together. And then for whatever reason, there's 3 4-barrel Offie intakes.
All APA as well.
All APA. So somebody needs a 4-barrel because I think we have another one in
Yes.
stock right now too. So we have a overstockage of those. We'll just kind of start here and work our way around. So this is phenomenal. This was in the crate. This is all redone, I believe. 39 standard hood trim, stainless trim. So this is the candy canes. I mean, literally like perfect. Other than my grubby fingerprints put on it.
You're going to have to clean that piece now.
Rear quarters. And unfortunately, I wish he would have gotten the all redone 38 stuff. We didn't find it, but I saw this and I was like, please be 38, but we opened it and saw the candy cane. So this is a full set. So if you're doing a 38 standard coupe or
39
convertible,
standard.
or sorry, 39 standard coupe or convertible, this is it.
Yeah.
It's all redone. It's all here. We'll be listing some of this stuff for sale. So as always in our videos, if you see this and you really need it, I'm not doing a sales pitch. Don't be pissed off if you wait and then it gets sold. Because a lot of stuff gets sold off the video. So we have those. If you need them, they're there. This is the windshield frame that I referenced. It's like perfect in the crate, ready to go.
Seal and hardware and all.
Seal and everything. So if you have a 37.8, this is correct. It will also fit 39. Just the clips are a little different. So there's a brand new windshield frame here, ready to go. That you can put in your car, glasses in it and everything. And it's in the crate. So it makes it a little better for us for shipping.
Yep.
We could do the spray foam thing in there as well and maybe save it.
That's definitely what I was thinking.
Yeah, so those are great finds. There was 2 engines. Some of this stuff here is, oh, this is cool. Mike found this. I didn't even know we got this till a few minutes ago. So it's a NOS Stuart Warner big block 8K tack, mechanical tack. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to hold on to that because that's good to have. But some of this stuff's engine parts. We found 2 engine blocks that were all machined and basically needed to get put back together. One was on the stand, had a 4-inch crank in it. The valves were set in it. I don't know if they were actually lapped or not, but there was no other valve train parts. The camshaft was in it.
Yep.
So that's those 2 engines. Since we think there's extra pistons, there's rods.
There's 2 brand new Merc cranks over there.
2 brand new Merc cranks or ground Merc cranks. So we're thinking that all the parts for those 2 engines are probably in all the stuff. So we're putting aside Our friend George has been doing the Columbia rears for us, and he may start doing some engine stuff just to divvy up some work because we're so busy. So this stuff, we joked we might give him a jigsaw puzzle of parts and say, here's 2 blocks, here's 3 cranks, here's
all these engine parts, make it all work.
Yeah, can you make me 2 running engines
Yeah.
out of this? But there's literally rings, 2 sets of pistons, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah,
We just
there's pistons there.
yeah, and we just got to measure and see what's what, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything to build those engines was in all this stuff. But either way, that was a score because we got 2 good blocks that were machined, and we're going to assume they did a good job and can be used. So that's that. This is all
Good segue to George again.
George again. He's been laughing when he watches our videos, or I text him where it states. Since we started doing Columbias, and I started actively gathering Columbia stuff, this happens all the time. I went from having like 1 Columbia to like we got 2 at it.
So we got 6 in the last 6 weeks.
Yes. So, and then there, like all the extra parts and stuff. So this estate, there was 1 under the convertible coupe. There's 1 under the 39 standard coupe, and then there was what 2 or 3 in parts.
I think there might be 4 in parts. We can walk back there. There's all the tubes are back there.
There's all, but anyways, we'll show you whatever there is. So we got a lot in parts. So he was also nerding out, but this is just all pieces and parts for the Columbias. There's some ring and pinions in there too. There was, oh boy, there's some of the switches and vacuum canisters and all different switches. We've been learning about the switches. So like, if you're nerdy about Columbia stuff, I've been educating myself. So this is probably the more common one. And I found this, I believe this is Mercury, like 46A. And it actually has a pull lever from a cable that activates a switch that then activates these solenoids. So it's pretty neat. And then we also got one that's over in the shop that he got that I'm like freaking ecstatic about. It's a mechanical switch that is very simplified. That is, I just did the research this morning. It's actually out of a Chevy, big Chevy truck, like a 2-ton truck. And it's basically just a little tiny box. It's like, we've been looking for something that's better than the mechanical like we did in the DeLorean car. It's good, but it's not something I'd do in every car. So this is just a little tiny thing that doesn't require all kinds of different kickdowns and stuff. It's just a cable you pull. It has a vent on it. When you push it the other way, it vents out. Super simple. I wish I could find 27 of them,
Yes.
but apparently they're very rare even for Chevys. So that's going to probably go in the sedan delivery because it's freaking cool. So we got all, I mean, there's like multiple rebuild kits in here. So we got a lot of Columbia
I
stuff.
think there's 3 or 4 more crates over there that already got put away.
Yeah, so the Columbia stuff, for everybody that's wondering, we're not really actively trying to sell pieces and parts if possible right now because it's one of those things you sometimes need multiple parts to put a good one together. What we'd rather do is sell somebody a complete one. So we may start offering totally rebuilt Columbias, like ready to go, working with our buddy George, and then I believe John Connolly in Arizona that's doing the bulletproofing. Like working with all of those guys, we supply all the stuff, and then we can offer you a ready to go, rebuilt, bulletproof, boom. It's not going to be cheap, but it's good to have them. Or we could start selling rears that are kind of put together as cores, and if you want to do the work yourself, we can give you everything as a complete rear. But I hate selling like just one of the pieces that always breaks, because then if I have a rear that I want for one of my cars and I don't have it, then I'm out of luck. So that's why people sometimes think we're standoffish. It's just that I don't want to screw myself in the end. Merc cranks, got multiples of those that would need to be ground. We've saved those. They're still good. We've been actually selling them pretty good lately. Some 39 shifter tops, which we need for transmissions that we sell. We're light on shifter tops ourselves. We get a lot of people that ask us to buy just shifter tops. Not that we're being jerks. It's that we can't sell a transmission very easily if we don't have a shifter top. So we prefer to have tops.
Same as the Columbia stuff.
Yeah, same thing. There is a reground Merc crank, like you said. The other one underneath, which is really cool. I might move
I
this.
shouldn't have put that on top.
Sorry. It's a full Weber, right from Weber back in the day.
Balancing specialists.
It's a 4-inch crank with the matching rods that have been balanced and all set to go for. I think it says on it's 3 3/8 4-inch stroke. That was a whole kit. Super cool, but it's basically ready to go.
I think one of those boxes on top is 3 3/8 pistons.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty healthy, big, fairly big cubic inch flathead. Again, some more stuff over here. Got more 37-9 windshield frames. So if you need one of them, we got a couple of them right now. They're always super popular. Ton of books. That's just some of them. V8 Times, we have like a crazy collection of them. We're going to be selling some of those just to get them out there. And I know they're not crazy valuable. If you're interested in buying them all in bulk, we would love to just pass it all in one shot to somebody.
3 of those milk crates are just V8 Times.
Yeah, and they have the binders and stuff. And then there's some just really great books. All the we got a lot of really, the manuals that we push all the time in the videos that we reference all the time. There's a bunch of those in there.
2 green Bibles, I think.
2 green Bibles, the early V8 Times, early V8 book, or the V8 Club book that has all the nerdy details, production numbers, options, all that stuff. There's a bunch of that in there. So we'll be listing that. Keep an eye on our Instagram. We list a lot of that stuff on there.
There's just random smalls.
This is just smalls. Reproduction, but new reproduction. 39 standard center trim is in there, and there's just gauges.
This is all just like normal stuff we've been out of stock of.
Oh, the chrome rear handles for the
I got
trim.
a couple people looking for some of that stuff.
Grills for 38 and 39 standard, 38 deluxe and 39 standard. Great. That's all that stuff. Spindles. Oh, I'm trying to remember what else.
That's all different stuff.
Oh, we got like a whole stack of.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Evan actually found these on the shelf. Evan did also on this picking adventure, and he was scouring everywhere. So there was a shelf way up high behind the roll-up garage door, and he found a little box, and there was like 3 or 4. We found a ton of stuff there, but the best score was he found 3 or 4 of these deluxe, a couple of deluxes and a 38 glove box lid. So I have to look in every little cubby hole.
Every nook and cranny.
I got vintage clothing, so for many years, before I did the Iron Trap thing, buying and selling antiques, we referenced it in the podcast, I used to do a lot of vintage clothing, vintage household, and in the last couple of years as Iron Trap's been growing, and now we have the mill, we're going to hopefully open a store, we've quickly realized that we go to a lot of these states and they literally throw the stuff out when we leave. So even though I try to focus, it's like vintage men's clothing that is very popular, and furniture, household stuff. We're not going to get a full-blown antique store, but like some of this stuff, while we're there, the family's like, oh, well, a lot of it we already like gave away or did whatever. It's like you can buy that stuff. So I bought 2 trash bags of vintage men's clothing. The great thing is a bunch of it's like dead stock or new old stock, but the gentleman who owned all this stuff was literally the same waist size as Skinny Matt. So 32 to 34. 34 Fat Matt could wear, but Skinny Matt can wear that. But anyways, it's really good because some of those pants I'm going to wear. So a bunch of that's in here. We're probably going to start listing some of that stuff. I don't know exactly know where yet, but if you're into that kind of stuff, we'll be doing some more of that again. Oil pans. These are some tools. This is really cool. We got 2 of these, so we're going to sell one. So this is an indicator you put into your distributor location on the timing cover, and it has a little mark here. And as you turn it, it tells you which valve to adjust. So 8 exhaust, 8 intake. So you just turn this thing over and it tells you which one you want to adjust. So we got 2 of these, patent pending, quite old. So we're going to sell one of them. One of these instances, I was tempted to keep 2. I may offer these to like our friend George or some local guys first, some of this, but we always grab all the flathead specialty tools. Some of these vintage body hammers that I use and a lot of guys use are quite collectible, so I grabbed a bunch of those because we can sell those, again, thinking about stuff that's there.
We can show your hood real quick.
Oh yeah, so this hood's going to save me a ton of time. It's in really nice shape. There's a couple little repairs, very small dents. I'll be miles ahead with that. So that's one of my hopefully winter projects this year, is start tuning up the 38 convertible a little more and fixing panels, and like I was doing with the Merc, get them in primer and whatever. So on the table here, a little bit more smalls. We got a bin of camshafts we found up there. This is probably the most interesting. It's a reground cam on an Allstate core, or Allstate maybe offered it, but it's chromed.
You can see if you look here, flip it up to look at the nose. See, it's like,
yeah, where they didn't chrome the front edge there. But it's Steve and I were talking about, like, he had heard of it. I thought I had read it in a book somewhere that people would advertise it or something. But so it's a chromed. It's obviously a regrind. Looking at the back side here. So this is some kind of performance camshaft, but there's no markings on it, but it's chrome. That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
So really neat. We got this one. There is like an Isky race cam in here. There's an unknown Harman Collins. This is cool just even for the box. Original Harman Collins box with a no marking on, there was a marking on the side, but on the back side it says special grind. Grind special. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
So this is pretty cool. The other thing that's really neat is if you guys are from New York, I don't know if it says square or square. Oh, square. It looks like S dash. Square speed equipment in Floral Park, New York, on the Jericho Turnpike. So the old speed shop. So any of you guys that maybe are older and remember that, we'd love to hear about that if you knew of that shop. So that's where it was bought and then never used.
It's so crazy.
So cool. And I think that's Isky track. Yeah, it's the 1015B. So we'll look them up. A couple of these, like Harman Collins, this is a repro machined one, but 2-bolt to 3-bolt adapters or vice versa. So these are always good to have. We'll be selling these. I have a couple extra for myself. This is a KR Wilson timing fixture. I never keep these. I don't know why. So I think I'm going to hold on to this one because it's fairly complete for myself. There's another adapter. Flip top gas cap. That's kind of cool. Again, just fiddly stuff that we sell. This is a Mallory distributor, right?
Yeah, brand new electronic.
Yeah, Mallory. Okay. Fishing reels. So we were, again, buying some vintage stuff while we're there. This was a nice estate. Some of the estates we go to, they've already sold a bunch of stuff, and we're coming in and getting just the car stuff. This one, nothing had been touched, so we were like, you know, these are collectible. We know a little bit about that stuff. Mike has a friend that collects it, so we just kind of on a hunch bought a few of those things. There's still some of it there that I think in the next round we're going to get with the whole buying the contents of the garage. Convertible rear windows, those are always good. We have a few of them in different sizes, so we'll be selling those. Oh, a bin of steering wheels, mostly Banjo. So we have more Banjo wheels. They've been kind of slow to sell lately.
Yeah, they haven't been as good as they've been in the past.
I think it's just they're not as popular right now. So we'll have a bunch of these. If you guys need one for a core or you want an affordably priced one, we have so many. We'll probably cut you a deal on one or two, or buy 3, get 1 free. Bullshit. This guy's deal was bullshit, so...
Where'd that stencil go?
I put it in the shop. I stenciled a bunch of stuff. They apparently found out the guy, his like joke or his thing was just the bullshit thing. So he had a stencil that he must have sprayed on all kinds of stuff. The forklift got it already.
Back of Big Red got it.
Back of Big Red on the bumper got it. The shop door got it. I was like, this thing's cool. We grabbed it from there. Evan found it. And we were like, we got to put this in.
Yeah.
But then we found these when we were doing the vintage clothing in the house in a closet. They're hell bullshit belt buckles.
Neat Ford one.
Yeah, Ford one, 33, I believe. 33.4 belt buckle, which is kind of cool. So that's just the stuff that like I used to leave behind. I'm like, it's kind of neat. I collect that stuff. Why wouldn't we get it to pass on to others? So, all right. So the last thing is the cars. We obviously got the 38 Deluxe coupe that looks like it's an old hot rod or stock car or something at some point. We got the 39 Deluxe coupe that was in the garage that was kind of getting worked on before we started the convertible. And of course, we got the 39 Deluxe convertible. So as always, we got a lot of questions in the previous videos, what's going on with those, if we're selling them. So the 2 coupes, I think the plan is we're probably going to we have all the body panels for major body panels. We're going to bolt that back together. And much like that 35 coupe that we offered for sale from the Midwest, we're going to sell it very affordably just to kind of move it along. We may... So the folklore is that both of those engines are good in those things. We did get them to fire and run. By we, I mean Evan and Steve. So we probably are going to test those engines, see if they are good engines, not cracked, run cool, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then we're probably going to pull them and offer them separately. I have a friend locally that's looking for a good flathead. It's already in the run stand, so if we can get that going, that's for Nick that actually helped us out at the estate. So I'm going to try and get that going for him. And any other one, it's always good to have a good known flathead. I don't think it's going to help the value of those cars that much having them in there. So we're going to be offering both of them for sale. We probably are going to swap the Columbia out of the 39 Standard because it's, again, those parts are worth as much as the car is. So we'll probably pull that out and either get it redone or offer it as is for sale to somebody. We just got to check it out a little bit closer. So that's those 2 cars. The 39 Deluxe, basically the plan is right now, we don't have a lot of time right this second to mess with it. So if someone is interested as it sits, we probably would sell it. It is kind of like the greatest jump start you could ever hope for. Like, everything mechanical is basically redone on the car or rebuilt. The car's painted. I would personally repaint the fenders to match the body. The interior's done for it. Basically, everything's there other than getting the top reupholstered. So our plan is, if it doesn't sell easily, we're not going to try real hard. If it doesn't sell, we're going to probably take it to running and driving. So the idea would be basically just continue on with what he was doing, get it running and driving, and then eventually, after we have a summer or two of fun with it, we could pass it along. But again, we have so many cars and so much stuff going on, we will sell it as is. So if you are interested, if it hasn't sold by this video, we've had a lot of phone calls already. We will sell that, and you can send us an email or give us a phone call, and we can happily discuss that with you. So that's all we have for our bounty video, or unboxing, untruck loading video. As always, make sure you keep an eye on our website, irontrapgarage.com, our Instagram, which is just irontrapfinds, F-I-N-D-S, on Instagram. That's where you list a lot of our stuff. Or if there's something in particular you're looking for, again, you can just go and look on email. Send us an email or give us a phone call, and we'd be happy to help you out. Thank you guys for following along for all our adventure. Hope you enjoyed our little bounty video we did here. Catch you later.